So in geometry, when we do constructions, we're using a compass and a straight edge. So I know that this is a ruler, but I'm not using it to actually measure anything. I'm using it just to be able to draw a straight line. So you could use an index card. You could use anything that will help you to draw a straight line, but we're not actually measuring. So our first little thing we're going to learn to construct is duplicating segments. So they're giving us a segment, and the first one that they're giving us is AB. And we want to we want to duplicate this. We want to have a segment that's exactly the same length. So first we draw a segment longer than AB, and I went ahead and did that part for you. So that's where I would use my straight edge and I would just make a line. And again, I'm not going to go over here and measure this. That's not our goal. So I go over here and I make a straight line. That's first step. The second step is to place a compass on A and measure to point B. So that means my compass point is going on A, and I'm using the pencil to measure out to B. So I'm using this to measure exactly how long AB is. So then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to place my compass on the end of the second segment and make an arc. So that means I'm going to put my pencil point right here. You can probably kind of guess where this is going. And then I'm going to make an arc. And that arc is really important because it's going to tell your teacher that you did this using a compass and not a ruler. So this is going to be my copy now. So I'm going to call it, I don't know, CD. So my copy is CD. It's going to be exactly the same length because I've measured it with this compass. So CD is the same as AB. But again, we did that construction without actually measuring anything with a ruler. Next, we're going to duplicate angles. So here's an angle I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. And let's call it, it says vertex A, so I'm going to write an A there. It says first you draw a ray. So that part's already done for you. I went ahead and drew a ray. We want to now place our compass on vertex A and make an arc. And it's really important that the arc passes through both of the rays. So like this arc right here doesn't work because it passes through this one, but not over here on that one. So it needs to pass through both. So make it a little bit smaller. And remember, sometimes it's better to move the paper than the compass, so be real careful with that. So then I want to go over here with my compass and make the same arc on the ray that I started. So that means over here. So it's really important when we're doing geometric constructions. Whenever I am doing something, I am leaving the compass like this exact measurement that I had before. I am not going through and widening it or shortening it. I'm just leaving it there. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same arc. So now I've got the same arc. So I know you're probably wondering, like, where is this going? So now I want to use my compass to measure from one side of the arc to the other. So that means from here to here. That's how wide our angle is. Because remember, when we're looking at an angle, we're looking at how wide something's opening. So I'm going to put the points and line them up. Okay. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to line up my compass point right there, and I'm going to make a little arc where they cross. So now that's going to be how wide my angle needs to be. All right, so we did this one. And now on 6, we're using the intersection of the arc as the third point of the angle. I don't know if I would say triangle, angle, and we're connecting it to the end. So let's go ahead and put my pencil here. And there we go. So now we've got a copy of our angle. The last one that we're going to do is we're going to construct an equilateral triangle. So we start out by drawing a line segment. So I'm going to give myself room to draw my triangle above this, and it doesn't have to be a giant segment. Remember, we're going to have to make 3 sides on this. And again, I'm not measuring, right? I'm just randomly drawing a line here. Second step is to place the compass on the end of the line segment and measure to the end of the segment. So we're using our compass kind of like we did in the first one for duplicating segments. So this is exactly how wide it is, and that's because I want all 3 of my triangle sides to be the same. So now my step 3, is make a big arc above the line segment. So from one of these points, I want to make a big arc, okay? And then it says go to the other end of the segment and make another big arc. So where these intersect, that's going to be the third point on my triangle. So I'm going to draw this intersection, line that up with one end of my segment and with the other end. And there I've got my triangle. We'll call it triangle TRI. So we will be using these constructions in class. Hopefully this video gives you something to look back on if you need it. Make sure that you ask for help